students at Georgetown University hosted the 20th Annual Cardinal O'Connor Conference this past Saturday, the day after the March for Life. The conference is the largest collegiate pro-life conference in the nation. It's named after the late Cardinal John O'Connor, who founded the Sisters of Life. I had the great honor of moderating a panel discussion at this pro-life conference. Panelists included St. John Paul II biographer George Weigel, March for Life President Jeannie Mancini, pro-life historian Dr. Daniel K. Williams, and pro-life legal expert Stephen Aden. Here is part of our conversation. Mr. Weigel, as St. John Paul II's biographer, there's so much we can discuss when it comes to the culture of life and St. John Paul II's contributions. I'd like to hit on one thing that he said about young people, being that there are so many young students here today. And he told young people that Christ has made you his ambassadors, the primary evangelizer of your contemporaries. How do you think St. John Paul II would view the role of young people in advancing the cause for life?
I think he had great confidence in young people to live lives of heroic virtue. In fact, I think his own experience as a university chaplain, which you can never forget in trying to understand him, was determinative in this. He came to the view then, and he held it for 50 years, that all of us, when we're young, want to reach for something great. We want to lead a life of consequence. And I think his message to young people, and what was so attractive about him in a world that is constantly pandering to young people, was never, ever settle for anything less than the spiritual and moral grandeur that the grace of God makes possible in your life. You're not going to make it most of the time. That is no reason to lower the bar of expectation. Get up, dust yourself off, go to confession, seek penance and reconciliation, but don't lower the bar, because that's demeaning yourself. And I think that's true of all of us in the pro-life movement. Sometimes we do it right, sometimes we do it not so right. That's no reason to lower the bar. We're all called by the grace of God to do something grand. And the grace of God makes that possible for us. And that summons to heroism, I think, was at the absolute center of his attraction to young people.
We're just going to end our panel with one final question addressed to all of our panelists. And this is what it is. If you could challenge the pro-life youth and give them one challenge today, what would it be? And considering we are in the digital age, can you give your answer in the form of a tweet?
I will go first if you don't mind. I tweeted this out at 12:55 this afternoon at Stephen H. Aden 1, the number 1.
You know who
at
to follow.
Stephen H. Aden 1. And I said, love them all. In that love, speak the truth. Ora et labora hoia saxa.
Jeannie?
Yeah, mine is borrowing from St. Catherine of Siena, and it's be who you are and you will set the world ablaze. It's embracing your vocation in life. It'll be the best adventure. It's how we're going to build a culture of life, because we are not going to be able to do it up here. You all will. So say yes, follow his plan, and be who you are and who you were created to be. And I would put that in a tweet: be who you are and set the world ablaze. So,
it's beautiful.
Hashtag why we march this weekend. So.
Get that hashtag out there. Professor Williams.
Well, in keeping with some of the things that I said, here's the tweet that I wrote. Pro-life does not mean pro-GOP. Our cause began as a liberal human rights campaign and is larger than one party or strategy. To win political victories, we must first win the culture, which means consistently upholding the principles of pro-woman, pro-human rights, and pro-life for all people, both in and out of the womb.
Thank you. I'm glad Twitter expanded it to 280
Yeah,
characters
I
now. And finally,
I am a complete troglodyte. I have never sent a tweet. I am never going to send a tweet.
We'll
but
tweet
for
it
the
out.
sake of good form and solidarity here, find someone in trouble, be the friend that they need, help them walk a difficult road, and make a choice for life.
What a joy to be there.